right, so you heard Fuller there during the update. There's a tweet that came out from Max Meyer, who is an editorial content writer for Caesar Sports. The most popular NFL wager by handle in July at Caesars has been the Lions over 6 wins. And again, as you heard, additionally, Dan Campbell's drawn the most money overall to win Coach of the Year, and Deandre Swift has drawn the most money overall to lead the NFL in rushing yards.
Come on.
So
really?
this is what people are betting.
I suppose because of the odds favor. So it's not like he's not the odds-on favorite to lead the league in rushing.
No, it's where the most of the money is.
It's that, okay, if he's 20-1 odds, your money goes further.
So, I mean, maybe that's a simple answer to the question why. Because every team in the NFL has a fan base. Those fan bases have been known to bet overs.
Mm-hmm.
I would argue that the Lions don't have one of the larger fan bases in the NFL. Would you agree with that?
I would agree. I would imagine they're somewhere in the middle third.
Yeah, and if they are, if I had to shade one way or another, I'd shade towards the lower half of the middle third because we don't pick up random searching for an NFL team fans. Those fans conveniently become fans of the Rams, the Patriots. You know, they conveniently jump on the 49ers bandwagon. And those are examples of, you know, our fan base is probably smaller than others, right?
Yep.
So with that said, that means it's not just the fan base betting it up, right? It's odds are that this is something that people around the league are attracted to. That they're attracted. They're attracted to the Lions, the numbers as they pertain to the Lions. And I almost guarantee we're going to get a call from someone who says, well, it's because you could win so much money because they're long shot, right? We understand how odds work.
Well, but betting the over on a win total.
Yeah, actually, that's not odds related. If you're betting DeAndre Swift or
DeAndre Swift,
Dan
those
Campbell,
are odds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell, those are odds.
Yep.
But betting the Lions on the over for the win total, you're not getting odds on that. It's just a straight up bet.
Yep.
If the over under, if it's set at 6 and you think they're going to win 7 games, I suppose if they have a tie, if they have 6 wins and a tie, do you win that? Is it in a tie treated like a half?
I don't think so. I think it's over under win total. So I don't think a tie helps you out to give you the, although tie percentage wise counts as half a win and half a loss.
That's why I wondered.
Yep. Now, with that said, Gator, I don't feel like you bet the over because you believe, hey, the over under on the Lions is 6.5, and I'm pretty sure I think they're winning 7. You bet the over when you think they're winning more than just one game, just a game that tips you over, right? Aren't you attracted to the over-unders that you think, well, that one's easy. That one, they're winning way more than that.
Well, you should be, yeah. But I mean, Vegas knows what they're doing. They're pretty good on this over-under thing to make you think about it.
Yeah.
But yes, if the total comes up and if they had the over-under total at 4.5, I'd be like, wow. I'm all over it. So I'll bet this all day. But those bets don't happen often.
No, but I'm saying the fact that the Lions have the most handle at Caesars in July, which means the most amount of money bet on them to go over, of all the over-unders in the NFL, the biggest is over 6.5 for the Lions. Now, keep in mind, there's 64 possible bets. You can bet any of the 32 teams overs or any of the 32 teams unders.
Yeah.
And the Lions going over is the number one out of the 64 possible bets. Well, maybe there's more, but that's the way I understand it. I'm not.
They had 3 wins and a tie last year. Right?
Yep.
They lost a couple of those games literally in the last second. Okay?
Yes, they did.
And then the other one was a tie that they could have won. So if you're a bettor and you're looking at the season from last year and you see, well, they won 3, but it really could have been 4, 5, and then that would have been 6, and that's last year. And now they're setting the over-under at 6, and I think that they're better because they've added to the team, and they're a year wiser with their new head coach. That I can see why people outside might think that. I would think that people here locally would be the more reluctant ones because we've been hurt before. And yet, the money probably comes, the majority of the money comes from Detroit bettors.
Yeah, I would think that this wouldn't be the case where the majority of the money comes from Detroit bettors. I just looked up odds to be the NFL's leading rusher. And I'm looking at, what casino is this? Hold on. Sorry, I just did a quick Google search. I think it is Caesars. DeAndre Swift isn't even listed. Rashad Penny is plus 6,000. Miles Sanders plus 6,000. I don't even see Swift listed, which is weird. Odds courtesy of Caesar Sportsbook. It must be long. It must have cut short who they're.
Well, let's just it's more than plus 6,000. I mean, so for every $100 bet, you get 6,000 back. So
that's pretty wild, though, isn't it?
Yeah, let's just say it's plus 8,000 for the sake of argument.
Okay.
That's it's a healthy return.
But it's such
80,
a
that would
long
be
shot.
80 to 1, right?
Yeah, but I could see. Here's what I think you would get in that case. I think you would get perhaps the highest number of bettors to play the long shot, to put a small amount down,
right,
to score big, but not the most money, which is what Swift has. It means people are jumping all over it and making a significant investment in it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's. I mean, I wouldn't go that route, but if you wanted to throw $100 on it, I guess people are going to throw $100 on it. I'm surprised that's the name that comes up with this. Kang, are you surprised?
Yeah, of course. Because if you even look, he's not. There's so many running backs in the league that have that are just better than DeAndre Swift, to put it right. And then they have a better chance of leading the league in rushing. I mean, Derrick Henry, Chubb, McCaffrey, Taylor, Cook, Zeke Elliott, Mixon, Kamara, Aaron Jones, Austin Eckler. There's so many running backs.
Right.
I think the play on Swift is, and I get the play.
Name 5 more.
is, can you see a path? Yeah, he's a good young and up-and-coming running back. That offensive line, if it's healthy, people don't know about it.
If the line's healthy, and if Swift stays healthy and plays all 17 games and gets 20 carries a game.
But then you factor in the odds, because gamblers like the odds, right? What's my biggest payout? We did this topic yesterday about the Mega Millions or the Pistons, and people were distracted by the huge jackpot of $550 million, which I understand.
Over 600 now.
Exactly. So guess what? If you bet Swift to win it, the jackpot is big because his odds are so long. So am I surprised? Yes, but I can see people getting like.
I can see people betting on it, but I'm just surprised it's the number one handle.
Yeah, I can't, because I could see it being the number one bet. But am I wrong to think when you bet a long shot, you're not putting thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars so much that you exceed everybody else? You're betting somewhat smaller.
Right. It was news yesterday when somebody put down $10,000 on the Pistons to win the East.
Yes.
That was news.
Yep.
Because somebody put $10,000 down. The news here is that you've got the most money has been put on DeAndre Swift.
It does it say but he's not the most volume of bets? Because it feels like it's a lot of, must be a numerous amount of $100 bets, right?
Yeah.
Like more than anybody else, because everyone, I just named off like 10 running backs. Maybe those are just all spread out. Everyone's just kind of, spraying the field, right? But with DeAndre Swift, for some reason, when people, there's a lot of like $100 bets, and it adds up to being the most money.
Yeah.
Which makes me think, is this just Lions bettors? Because who else is betting DeAndre Swift?
I don't know. I can't.
It has to be Lions bettors.
We established at the beginning of this, we have one of the smaller fan bases. If fan bases, I mean, I shouldn't say one of the smaller. We think we're middle to lower third, right? And all these other fan bases have their guy they could bet for, who are much better bets. I don't know, it's strange.